Hello everyone, welcome to the Mercury Virtual. Hope you are doing good. Today I'm going to cover a topic that is basics of internet. Means we will going to cover some basics of the internet. What is internet? What is web browser? What is email content? So only the basics of internet that is required for using the internet. But before this, let's take quick review of the MS Outlook which we have discussed yesterday and which we have finished yesterday. We have discussed all the 6 chapters of Outlook 2010. First one is managing the Outlook environment. Means how to manage the Outlook environment, what is the interface of the Outlook, and what is the interface that is required for the Outlook environment. Then how to create and format the item contents, means what are the tools available to create the items, like create the tools, create the items, create the followers, and then how to format the item content. Then in third chapter we have covered how to manage the email messages. How to manage means how to use the inbox, outbox, sent items and so on. Then how to manage the contacts. Then how to manage the calendar objects, means how to manage different calendar objects that is available in Outlook 2010. Then how to work with tasks, notes and journal entries, means how to work with different tasks that is available and how to work with different notes that is available for the preparing the notes as well as the journal entry. In the yesterday's class we discussed chapter number 5 and chapter number 6. So till now we have covered Microsoft Outlook 2010. In the last class we have discussed In the last class we have discussed chapter number 5. This chapter contains 3 parts: create and manipulate appointment and events, then create and manipulate meeting requests, then how to manipulate the calendar pane. This is how we can create and manipulate the appointment and events. Then we have discussed, this is the dialog box. This is how to create an appointment with default setting. We have discussed multiple methods how to create the appointment with default settings. Then we have discussed how to create an appointment with custom setting, means before this default setting and now custom settings, that is as per my requirement. Then we also covered how to schedule the events. Events are basically day-long blocks of time and appointment are short-term blocks of time. Then there are multiple steps available, that is how to create an event with default settings, how to set the recurrence and privacy options, then how to give the recurrence, means if there is a need that special indicators or special inbox or items has arrived in a regular interval, then we can use the recurrence option. Then in the last class we have discussed how to mark a calendar item as private, how to create a recurring calendar item. Then how to work with appointment and events, how to forward an appointment to an event, or how to print the appointment or event details in the hard copy form. Then we also discuss how to create and manipulate meeting requests, means how to create and how to manipulate different meeting requests that is available in in Outlook 2010. Then we also talked about how to invite other attendees or required attendees to a meeting and how to invite an optional attendees. Required means they are mandatory attendees and there is an optional attendees. Then how to schedule the meetings. Then how to schedule a meeting with the message sender, how to schedule a meeting with any person. Then how to respond to the meeting request. Means if there is a request, then how to take or how to respond to the message request. Then we have also talked about how to respond to the meeting request in one of the following ways. Either you can accept, either you can tentatively, either you can decline, or either you can propose a new timing. Then how to reschedule and cancel the meetings. How to update a one-time meeting, how to update a recurring meeting, and how to cancel a meeting. Then we have also discussed how to manipulate the calendar pane. There is a pane that is known as calendar pane in which month, day, year has arrived. So it is possible to manipulate the calendar pane whenever if there is a need for day, work view, week, month. Means there are 4 options to view the calendar, that is day, work week, and month. Work week displays only from Monday to Friday, that is the working days of the week. Then there is a day, there is a week, and there is a month. Then how to change the time period displayed in the calendar pane, or how to change the amount of information shown in month view, and then how to display a specific day, month, or week from the calendar pane. We also discussed how to change the calendar color. There is a provision, there is a facility to change the color of the calendar. We can change the color by giving any color like purple, red, blue, black, green, and so. Then there are the multiple steps that is available, that how to change a calendar color. Next, we also discuss how to work with, in 6th chapter, how to work with task, notes, and journal entries. This chapter includes 3 parts, and we have covered 3 parts. That first one is create and manipulate tasks, then how to create and manipulate notes, and then how to create and manipulate journal entries. So first one is how to create and manipulate the task. So first step is how to create the task. You can create the task in the following ways. This is the task window, this is the task button. You can create the task by choosing the following options, the following points. Then how to transfer a contact record to your task list without creating an individual task. Then how to display view of task, how to change the task list view, how to change the arrangement of task, how to reorder the task in a list view. Then how to manage the task. Till now we have discussed how to create, but now how to manage the task. Then how to manage the task assignments, how to assign a task to someone else, how to create and manipulate the notes, how to display view of notes, how to change the icons, notes pane, last 7 days, how to change the notes module view, how to view the tab, how to change the view button, then how to change the arrangement in notes list view or last 7 days view, then how to organize the notes, how to assign one or more to a color category, means how to give the colors to the different notes. Then we have discussed at last create and manipulate journal entries, means what is the procedure to create the journal entries in Outlook 2010. These are the journal entries. How to display the journal entries in the navigation pane, how to display the journal module, how to edit the journal entries, how to open and how to edit a journal entry. So this is the how the Outlook 2010 works. So we have finished Outlook 2010 yesterday. Now today I'm going to cover some basic concepts of internet that is very useful when you are using the internet. This is basics of internet, means what are the basics of internet that we will be using when we are using the internet. First of all, what is the internet? As the name advice, internet. So this chapter is the first chapter, that is Internet Basics 1. Internet Basic includes 2 lessons. Lesson 1 is only the internet, lesson 2 is the World Wide Web. Means in lesson 1 we will talk about what is internet, and lesson 2 we will talk about what is a www, that is World Wide Web. So let's start with chapter number 1, that is lesson number 1, the internet. The main objectives, means what is the objective after completing this lesson. This says after completing this lesson, you will be able to define the internet and elaborate its uses. Means you can define the internet, what is the internet, and how to elaborate and how to use the internet. Then we can identify the different components that are required to connect to the internet. there are multiple components that are required that how to connect to the internet. So after learning this lesson, you will be identifying how to use or how to enable or how to use different components that are required to connect to the internet. Then third is how to identify the features of different types of internet connection. Then at last, explain the term benefit in relation to the different types of interconnection or internet connection. Means at the end of the chapter, you will be able to answer all the 4 points. Now let's start. What is the internet? That is about the internet. This is a diagram for the internet. So let's take first of all quick review that what is the internet. So internet is basically a collection of networks or network of networks. I'm repeating again. Internet is a collection of network or network of networks. Means it is a collection of network, multiple networks that are used for the communication purpose. And network is a collection of computers. So when we combine more than one computer, that forms a network. And when we combine more than one network, that is a internet. So internet is nothing but a collection of the network. And network is nothing but the collection of the computers. So this says the internet is a collection of networks that are connected together for exchange of information. Means internet is nothing but a collection of different networks or collection of networks that are connected. Means why networks are connected? That are connected together for exchange of the information. If I want to exchange some information, I can connect the network. First of all, I form the network, then I will connect the network, and when different networks are connected, then that becomes a internet. So internet is nothing but a collection of networks that are connected together for easy exchange of information or for exchange of information, that is transfer of information. Next is when the computer is connected to the internet, it is said to be online. I am saying like I am online, I am talking to you, I am teaching you. So this is my computer is connected to the internet. So I am saying that I am online, you are online, and we are talking with each other. So when the computer is connected to the internet, that is known as the online machine, online system, or online computer. Then about the internet, you can use the internet. Means what is the usage of internet? We can use the internet to communicate with people all around the world instantaneously. Means you can talk or you can communicate with the different people all around the world. Like you are sitting in Virginia and I'm sitting in India. We communicate with each other. So we can communicate with each other with the use of the internet. This is communicate with people all around the world instantaneously. Means in a quicker, shorter or less period of time. Then second one says you can use the internet to get the latest information on a current event. So you can use the internet for getting the latest information, that is up-to-date information for the current event. Suppose I want to show or I want to see what the version of Office that is used in day-to-day scenario. So we can get the latest information with the help of Google, that is the internet. Then we can also use the internet for searching the information. We are able to search any type of information with the help of internet. So it is possible to search the information in the internet by using the internet. We can also use the internet to buy and sell products. If you are familiar with OLX, there is the OLX team that is used for selling and buying the old product. In the same way, we can buy or we can sell any product with the use of the internet. Like Flipkart.com, Jabong.com, there are multiple sites that are available for online shopping. That is, we can use the internet for buying and selling the products. Then at last, we can use the internet to perform the banking transaction. Suppose I want to pay the bill of my mobile phone. Then I can use the internet to perform the banking operation for giving the credit or giving the or debiting the amount that is done by the online by paying the bill of my mobile. So these are the different uses of the computer or uses of the internet that we can use on the computer. This is how a computer or modem or internet is connected to the network or internet. This is connected to the internet. This is the diagram, this is the modem, this is the internet, and this is the ISP. This says to connect to the internet you need, means whenever you want to connect to the internet, there are some requirements for connecting to the internet. First one is computing device. Like if you don't have a computer, you are not able to use the internet. So if there is any computing device like computer, you can use the internet. You can also use the internet or mobile phone because that's a computing device. In the same way, you can use the internet or you can connect to the internet. You need a computing device. Next one is connection device. Suppose I'm going to use the internet. So there is an internet connection that is required for connecting to the internet. So this is very mandatory condition to connect to the internet. We need the connection device. Then there is also need for the ISP, Internet Service Provider. These are the services or these are the organizations that provide the services to the internet. For example, MTNL, Vodafone. They provide basic services or they provide the services for the internet to the internet. We can use the internet with the help of Vodafone, MTNL, and so. There is a ISP that is also required when we are using or when we are connected to the internet. Then next is how to connect to the internet or what are the requirements of the internet. These are the computing device, then connection device, then ISP. This says computing device. Computing device includes personal computer laptop or mobile device. Means you can use any type of computing device that is used for connecting to the internet. Either personal computer, either portable computer that is laptop or either mobile device. We can use the internet in the day-to-day scenario in the cell phone or handheld device. These are the mobile devices. Then another requirement to connect to the internet is connection device. We can connect the internet with the help of a device, means a computer is attached to the device and the other part where the network came or where the network or the LAN cable is coming, that is also connected to the modem. Means modem is like a mediator between the device that we are using and between the connection that is coming from the LAN, that is coming from the outside area. So modem basically consists of two parts, that is modulator and demodulator. Modulator means that converts analog data into the digital data, and demodulator means converting the digital data into the analog data. That is a modulator. So it had a full form, that is modulator and demodulator. In the same way, another requirement for connecting to the internet is ISP. This says ISP is a company that provides internet connectivity to individuals, businesses or organizations. Means ISP is one of the organization, is one of the company that provides internet connectivity to us, that is individual, to businesses and to the organization. Suppose I am sitting in this organization for teaching you, right? This is an ISP that provides internet services for the hospitals, for the individual, for the businesses, for the organizations. Next requirement for connecting to the internet is connection methods. Means what are the connection methods that are used to connect to the internet? There are two types of connection methods that are used for connecting to the internet. First one is physical. Means we can use the cables, we can use the physical things, we can use the physical cables for connecting to the internet. Then there is another method is wireless. We can use the wireless technique, means without using the wires. That is a wireless fidelity or the Wi-Fi card. Means there are two methods for connecting to the internet. First one is either we are using the cable or either we are using the Wi-Fi. So full form of Wi-Fi is wireless fidelity. Then connecting to the internet continued, it is continued with the last two slides, that is how to connect to the internet. There is a wireless technology Now, wireless technology is a device that supports wireless technology. Means any type of devices that support wireless technology include the 2 points. First one is wireless fidelity. As I told you, there is a wireless fidelity or Wi-Fi card. We can use the Wi-Fi for connecting to the internet. Then there is the access point, AP. AP is used to connect a wireless computing device to a wired network. In the same way, like wireless fidelity, in the same way there is a device that is known as AP that is used for connecting to the internet for wireless technology or in wireless terms. There is no requirement for the wires. This wired network, this means AP wired network may belong to an ISP. Means ISP itself also provides AP to the individuals, businesses and organizations. Last point says you can then connect to the internet through this ISP. Means you are able to connect to this network using the ISP, that is using the internet service provider. Now let's talk about some common terms that are used in internet, we are using in day-to-day scenario, like internet, browser, explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla. So what are all these? These are some basic technologies, basic terms that we are using, that I'm going to teach. Is some common terms that are used in the internet for communication purpose. First one is internet. As I told you, what is internet? Internet is a network of computers that are spanning around the globe. Means internet is nothing but a computer, means collection of computers, network of networks that span around the globe. Means we can use the internet by looking into the different parts of a country or the different world of the organization. It is also known as www. So if someone is asking from you that what is the difference between browser and www, so what's your answer? Internet is basically a collection of network and www is World Wide Web, and both are the two same terms. Then another term is internet browser. An internet browser is a software program that enables you to view web pages. Means a browser is a program that makes you to use the web pages. What is a web page? Where the information is stored on the computer. To view the web pages on your computers, browser connects computers to the internet. Means with the help of browser we can search, and with the help of browser computers are connected to the internet and allows the people to surf the web. Surfing the web means using the web or using the internet. So with the help of Internet Explorer, we can use or we can search or we can access the internet, and we can allow the people to surf the internet. Next term is Internet Explorer. It is one of the type of the internet browser. In the second point, we have talked about what is internet browser. Now, Internet Explorer. It is one of the browser most commonly used. Means till now we are using Internet Explorer, and this is one of the very old browser. So this is one of the browser that we are using, commonly used. There are other browsers as well, like Netscape. So these are the symbols for the Netscape, that is N, and this is a symbol for Internet Explorer. There are multiple other browsers also, like Mozilla, which is used in day-to-day scenario. Google Chrome, that is also used for day-to-day scenario. These are the multiple browsers that we are using for searching the content with the help of internet. These are the multiple symbols, like this is a Netscape symbol and this is a Internet Explorer symbol. Next is, what is a website? A site or area on the www. What is www? That is internet. So any site or any area on the internet that is accessed by its internet address, means that is accessed by the address given for the internet, is known as website. I'm repeating again, any site or any area on the internet that is accessed by the internet address, means that is accessed by the HTTP, URL and so on, is known as the website. Then what is a web page? A web page is like a page in a book. As I am reading the book, so there are pages available. In the same way, web page is a page in a book. Websites often have several pages that you can access by clicking on the links. Means with the help of different web page, you can jump from one web page to the another web page. Like I also talked about how to use the hyperlink. In the same way, web pages contains multiple hyperlinks. We can jump from one place to another place with the help of the web page. Next point is one of the important point. A website can be a collection of related web pages. Means web page is the page that contains the information, and website is the site that is used for collecting the web pages. So a website is a collection of different web pages. So what is the difference between website and web page? Website is a collection of web pages and website is a collection of information. I'm repeating again. Website is a collection of web pages and web pages are the collection of information. Next term is home page. Home page means the user's page, the first page. Each website contains a home page. Means whenever you open the site, whenever you open any site that contains multiple web pages, there is one more page that is known as the home page, that is the starting page. This is the original starting page and may also contain additional pages. Means each website contains a home page, that is a basic page that is used for internet connectivity or that is used in the website. Next point is different computers will have different home pages. Suppose I am using the Google, then Google have a different web page or different home page. You can set your own web page. Means you can set the home page, you can set the web page. Means whenever I open the spreadsheet or I open the file, then automatically if I am changing my home page to another page, then automatically whenever I open the browser, automatically a new home page will arrive. So it is also possible to update as per my requirement to how to use the home page or how to access the multiple home page or the different home page that I need for the browser. So these are the multiple terms that we are using in internet. Next is parts of a web address. Means what are the parts of a web address? First of all, what is a web address? Like in the every individual has a home address that is used for unique identification of a person. In the same way, each web page, each website has a multiple addresses that is used for identify or that is used for creating that differentiate between the website, web page or different websites. So this says a web address is typically composed of 4 parts. Means an address that identifies the web page, that identifies the website, is divided into or is comprised of 4 parts. First one is, this is the example. These are the 4 parts. Example is http://www.google.ca is made up of the following area. Means in simple terms, this is the example and my web address. This is the web address. Remember one of the important thing, make a note of it. Web address always begin with the HTTP or HTTPS. Means whenever we are using the web address, that automatically it begins with HTTP or HTTPS. So this is the URL. We can say it as a URL, that is Uniform Resource Locator, not unified. This is the Uniform Resource Locator. So this is the URL and this identifies the address for the website or web page. Then this example contains 4 parts. First one is http:// means this is this first part, and this is the second part, www.google.ca. So this is http:// This web server uses hypertext. Means This web server that are using the hypertext transfer protocol, that is HTTP. That's why I'm using HTTP, that is hypertext transfer protocol. This is the most common protocol on the internet. So whenever I write HTTP, this shows that it is using the HTTP, that is hypertext transfer protocol. Next is www. As I told you, the full form of www is World Wide Web. That is nothing but the internet. Then Google, the web server and the site maintainer. So this is a name for the web server. And then CA, this identifies the state or the site in Canada. This is CA means Canada. So this tells the site that is available in Canada. These are the four parts that is used for identifying multiple or identify different web addresses, and this is the syntax for web address. Means first of all HTTP, then www, then any web server, and then any website, or then any site, or then any area, or then any state. This says endings of web pages, means this part. Endings of web pages tells us a bit about the page. Some common endings to web pages are, this is a common ending, this is google.ca. Common endings are com. Suppose I am writing www.google.com. I am writing com because this is one of the ending of the web addresses. The main meaning of web com is commercial. Suppose I am using or I am creating or I am a commercial site and I have to create the password or create the HTTP, create the address for the web address for that page. So I am using .com because this is a commercial site and I want to use or I have to use com, that is www.google.com. Google is also a commercial site. We can sell or we can buy the product. So Google is a commercial site. That's why I'm commonly use www.google.com. In the same way, if there is some college or there is some university, I can use edu, that is educational institutions. Means manavrachna.edu, www.manavrachna.edu. So we can give or we can use the ending of the web page by different categories like edu, that is only used for educational purpose. Then government, that is used in the government website or government area. Then net, that is a network, means if there is my computer is within the network, so I can use the net like www.ibm or .mercurysolution.net. Then org, it is basically used for company's profile. If a company wants to insert or wants to apply or wants to create the web addresses, that company's profile is always required or is always extended with .org. So these are the multiple dots that I am using in the HTTP or I am using in the web addresses. So first one is .com, then .edu, then .government, that is govt, gov, then .net, and then .org. Next is, you might also see addresses that adds a country as the last part, like this one. This is the part of the country, www.google.canada. This is a company or this is the state. So one of the part of the states are CA, that is Canada, UK, that is United Kingdom, FR means France, United States of America, and then Australia. So these are the multiple class codes or country codes that I am using for creating or for using the web pages, and this is one of the last part of the web page. Then next is how to search on the internet. There are two basic views how we can search on the internet. First is, if you know the addresses of the web page. Means if I know the addresses of different web pages, for example www.cpa.ca, so I can write in the internet browser and this will search or this will give the exact information that I am using on the, I'm searching on the internet. Then second one says using a search engine, means how to search on the internet. Either I can type the URL or type the web address on the URL, or either I am using a search engine that is Google to find the addresses. This is known as the keyword search. Suppose I am using the Google, I am writing malaria. So there is a multiple terms, there is a multiple information that is gathered with the help of the word malaria. Then how to typing in the website address? So first of all, go to the address bar. Address bar is the top bar. Just relax. I will show you within 2 minutes what is the address bar. Then click once to highlight the address. It should turn blue. Then automatically, whenever I select or highlight that color, then automatically it converts into the blue, where I can type the address in the address bar. That is also known as the URL. Then next point is hit the delete key on your keyboard. Means you can hit or you can press the delete key on your keyboard. Then enter the following address. Means by default there is one address available on the Google, but if you want to change, click on it, double click on it, a blue shade will appear, use the delete key and then use the new password or the new URL or the new address of the web pages or web server, like www.theweathernetwork.com, and then press enter on the keyboard or click on the go to the right side of the address bar. Means you can search the things by giving the address. If there is already in the inbuilt available or web address is available, double click on it, press the delete key, type the new address, press the enter key, then automatically this site will work, or we can use the, or we can type in the website address. Now let's see in a practical way how to use the website address. Suppose I am using the internet. This is the address bar. I can click on it, press the delete key. If I want to search the engine, that is www.google.com. Suppose I am writing this one. So whenever I want to write, first of all click on it, press the delete key, delete it, write the new address, press the enter key. If I am pressing enter key or I am using go option, this is the go option, search option. So this is the Google page that arrives. So how it is arrived? First of all, go to the address bar, click on the bar, old address bar or the old web address converts into the blue color, press the delete key and then type the new address and then also press the enter key. Then how to search on the internet? If you don't want to know the address of the web page but want to learn more about a topic on our particular website, you will need to do a search. Means if you don't want to remember the web address and you have a knowledge of the content, then you will simply press that keyword on the web address or on the web server or on the web browser. Next point is there are several handy search engines that is available to locate information for you. There are also some terms that is web browser, web engine. Now there is a term known as search engine that are already available for searching for the information. One of the best example for search engine is Yahoo. One of the best example for search engine is Google. Means you can use the Yahoo or you can use the Google to search for the content. For example, www.google.com, www.yahoo.com. So we can use the search engine to search on for the internet. This is the layout of the web page. Like I told you, I show you. This is the layout. These are the same box. This is the same box. First one is known as the title bar, then there is a menu bar. So where Google, Microsoft, Internet Explorer is written, that is a title bar. Where file, edit, view, favorites is written, that is a menu bar. Then there is a toolbar where back button, search button, this is the toolbar, and then fourth one is the address bar. These are the multiple bars that is available in the layout of a web page. So first one is title bar. This shows or this tells you the name of the web page. This is the name of the web page, that is Google. So this tells you the name of the web page. Then there is a menu bar. This has a command for moving around the web page, printing, etc. These are the multiple commands available that is used for printing, moving the web page, changing the font. Then there is a toolbar that is used for shortcut to the command. Suppose I want to create the cut, I can click on it. I want to take the printout, I can click on this button. This is used for shortcut command, when quickly a command will occur. Then there is the address bar. This is the address bar. This is the web page address. I can type the URL, that is HTTP. Look over here. This is http://www.google.com or google.ca. If you want to go directly to a web page, you will need to know the address. Next is different types of internet connectivity. There are multiple types or there are multiple methods with the use of which we can search or we can connect to the internet. So these are the two terms or these are the two types how to connect to the internet. So the main topic is types of internet connections, means how to connect to the internet or how to connect to the internet services, and there are multiple parts. There are two parts, like first one is dedicated internet connection, next one is dial-up internet connection. Means there are two types of connection for internet. First one is dedicated, means a dedicated path is established for internet and only the sender and receiver will use the internet connection. Then there is a dial-up internet connection, means whenever there is a requirement, I can dial the number and there is an internet connection that is coming to my computer. So in dedicated, a predefined path or the predefined circuit is available for you choosing the or for using the internet. In this, if you want to, if you have a requirement, you can dial. If you don't have a requirement, you can undial the number. This is dedicated. No need to request your ISP for a connection every time you want to connect to the network. Means there is no need for the ISP for going to the company, means how I'm using the internet. There is a dedicated internet, means predefined internet connection is available. Many large organizations and universities use this dedicated internet connection because these organizations and universities need to use the internet extensively. Means if there is a large or huge usage of the internet, I can use a dedicated internet connection for dedicated internet options, so that we can access the internet with the help of the dedicated line, that is a predefined lines. And there is no requirement for going to the ISP at every time. Then next one is dial-up internet connection. This says you need to connect to the ISP. In dedicated, there is no need to connect to the ISP, but in dial-up, there is a need to connect to the ISP, that is internet service provider, every time when you connect to the internet. So if there is a need to for the dial-up, if I am using the dial-up internet connection, so it is mandatory to connect to the ISP, that is internet service provider, every time you want to connect to the internet. Next one is you can disconnect from the internet after completing your work. As I told you, dial-up internet connection is only for as per the requirement, only for temporary basis. So we can dial up or we can dial up the number, and that connection is only for the temporary basis. We can disconnect from the network, we can disconnect from the user at every time whenever I finish my work. Then dial-up connection, internet connection is usually less expensive and has a slower data transfer rate compared to a dedicated internet connection. So this is a comparison figure, comparison paragraph. Means whenever I am using the dial-up connection, it is less expensive and the less slower data than the dedicated internet connection. So which one is better? The better is dedicated internet connection, because a predefined format or predefined line is available. I'm simply using the line, or I'm simply using the LAN connection so that I can connect to the internet. So dial-up connection is less expensive but has a slower data transfer. Then there is a term bandwidth. There is another topic, that is bandwidth. This is a figure shows bandwidth. This is the amount of data that is transferred or that is transmitted over a network. This says bandwidth is the amount of data that can be transmitted over a network in a certain amount of time. This is the amount of data, means the quantity of data that can be transmitted. Transmitted means exchange over a network or communicate over a network in a certain amount of time, in a specified amount of time. That is the bandwidth. Bandwidth is measured in either Mbps, that is megabits per second, kilobits per second, or bits per second. Next is the actual rate of transfer of data will be vary depending on the ISP equipment. Suppose I am using the ISP, that is Internet Service Provider of MTNL. So there is a different bandwidth for my connection. Suppose my friend is using internet connection from the Vodafone. So there is a different bandwidth. So it depends on the ISP, it depends on the internet connection, the rate, the speed of the data or the bandwidth. So there are multiple or there are different speeds for the different internet connection, for different ISP, for different people who are using the same connection at one time. Suppose more than one people are using the same connection, so there are multiple number of people that are using the same connection at one time. So the bandwidth, it depends on the ISP, internet connection, or the number of people. These are the bandwidth of different networks. As I told you, dial-up, this is the bandwidth for the dial-up, like 56.6 kbps. There is another connection, that is DSL, digital subscriber line. There is a bandwidth of uploading bandwidth is 128 kbps and the download bandwidth is 512 kbps, that is kilobits per second. Then another connection is cable modem. Data transfer rates are 36 Mbps. Then there is a wireless technology. The data transfer rate is 30 Mbps. So these are the four types of connection, and these are the multiple bandwidth available for each network. So that's all for chapter number 1. And then let's move to the chapter number 2, that is lesson 2, www. But before this, let's take 5 to 10 minutes break and then come back and then starting with chapter number 2. So let's take 5 to 10 minutes break. Now let's start with chapter number 2, that is www, the World Wide Web. So let's start. This said, after completing this lesson, you will be able to understand, you will be able to answer, you will be able to define what is www and its relation to the internet. Also able to define how a web address works, and also explore websites by using a search engine. Explain how to perform transactions over the web. Then how to define browser plugins and explain their uses. So these are some terms that I'm using, or that I'm saying, or that you are able to understand after completing the lesson. Means you will be able to understand what is www, what is internet, what is website, and so on. Let's start with introduction to the www. This is www is simply a web, or also known as the web, or the www is World Wide Web. It refers to the collection of information that is accessible on the internet. So if I'm talking about www, it's simply a collection of information that is accessible over the internet. The information is in the form of text, picture or sound, or text, picture and sound. So this is www is nothing but a collection of information that we can access easily on the internet. That information is in the form of text, picture or the sound. Next one is the web is a very popular service on the internet. So this is the www. First of all, it is a collection of information. Next, that information, that collection of information may be in the form of text, picture or sound. Next one says the web is a very popular service on the internet. Next says web and the internet are technically two different terms. But technically two different terms, but logically the same term, because internet is also a collection of information and the web is also a collection of information. Now let's see what are the technical difference between the web and the internet. First point says the internet connects multiple computers and forms a network. So internet is nothing but a collection or connection of multiple computers that forms a network on which a computer can communicate with another computer. Through the help of which a computer can communicate with the different type or with the other computer. So this is the internet. Means a computer connects over the network, that is the internet. Then a web is a way of accessing and sharing information over the internet. So now technically difference is clear. Internet is nothing but a collection of networks or collection of computers, and web is nothing but the collection of information that we are using over the internet by using web browsers. Now there are multiple concepts that is known as web components. Like, what is a web browser? It is a software program that enables you to view and interact with various resources on the web. So web server is nothing but that is used for searching purpose, that is used for searching the information. So it is a software program that enables you to view and interact with various sources over the web. Then there is the next concept, that is web page. Web page is nothing but a document on the web. It is a formatted text document that a web browser can display. So it is a document on the web, and that is a text document, simple document that contains multiple information that automatically, when I search anything, then automatically web browser can display the web pages. Then website is nothing but a collection of one or more web pages that resides on a single server. So website is a collection of web pages or collection of more than one web pages that contains related information over the internet. Next is web address or web addresses. This is every website on the web is stored on a computer that is a part of vast network. As I told you, every website on the web is stored on a computer that is a part of the network. Next is to access a website means when we are accessing the website, you need to access the computer on which website is stored. Means for accessing the website, you have to access the computer on which the website is automatically on which the website is already stored. Then next point is each computer on the web is identified by its unique address. Suppose I have a home, I have a different address. You have a home, you have a different address. In the same way, for identification of the computer, there is a unique address that is known as the IP address, that is Internet Protocol address. The IP address is a numeric address that specifies the exact location of the computer on the web. So IP address is nothing but a numeric address that identifies the computer, uniquely identifies the computer over the network. Suppose there are 5 computers used in the network, or there are 5 computers that is attached in the network. So if I am referring computer A, there is a different unique address for computer A. Suppose I want to refer to computer C, there is a unique address for computer C. So there are multiple computers on the network. So that computers are identified by the IP address, which is a unique address for every computer. IP address full form is Internet Protocol address. Next, a website for a domain is accessed with the help of unique alphanumeric address known as the web address. Means whenever I want to access the website, there is a unique address that I want to store, that I want to create on the address bar, that is known as the website or the web address. So this says a website is always accessed with the help of alphanumeric address, that is known as the URL, uniform resource locator, that we have to enter on the address bar. Then next point says the web address is also known as uniform resource locator. Web address for which site? For website is also known as the uniform resource locator, that is URL, which specifies the protocol to be used and the exact location of the website. So URL also contains the protocol that I am using and the exact location where the website is located. Next point is protocol. A protocol is nothing but a standard method of transferring data between different computers. So there is a standard method defined. For example, there are some rules, regulations, there are some standards. Suppose I want to apply for the voting, or I want to apply for the license. So if a person's age is greater than or equal to 18, then he or she is applicable or eligible for voting, is applicable for voting. In the same way, there are some standard methods for transferring the data over the computer, that is known as the protocol. Understood? These are the multiple web addresses that is available in the network. First one is http www.microsoft.com/learning/default.asp. ASP is active server process. Or application software process, I can say anything. So first one is HTTP. This first part indicates the protocol to be used to access a file. As I told you, HTTP full form is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. So this protocol is used to access a file over the internet. Next one is www. That indicates that the website is on the World Wide Web. World Wide Web means www, that a website is already available on the website, that is www. Next one is Microsoft. It indicates the name of the website. So this indicates the name, that the name of the website is Microsoft. Then there is a .com that indicates the type of the domain. As I told you, .com means a commercial website. So Microsoft is a commercial website that is used for buying and selling the goods and services. Then there is a /learning/default.asp that indicates the path of the document. Path means where the location of the document, where the document is stored. Multiple examples. .com like indicate for the commercial organization. Edu indicates for the educational institutes like schools, colleges, universities. .net is used for network oriented organization or for ISP. org is used for non-profit organization, suppose for doctors. Then .info indicates that the website is informative in nature. Then museum, it indicates that the website is used for a museum or for an individual of the museum profession. This is how to work with the Internet Explorer. This says please follow these steps to practice. First of all, you have to open the Microsoft Digital Literacy site. You will type Microsoft Digital Literacy site. Click on the Internet module. This is the Internet module. Click on the Launch e-learning. This is the Launch e-learning. Click on the Play button. Follow these steps on the left screen. So this is the first part, www. This is the second part. This is the third part, and this is the fourth part. So there are 4 parts. You can refer it for easy understanding of the Internet or for easy understanding of the Internet Explorer. I'm repeating again. First of all, you click on the www. then click on this button, then click on working with Internet Explorer, then click on the launch. So this is how we can use the Internet Explorer. What is a web address, multiple domains. Then next topic is e-commerce. E means electronic. As the name advises, e-commerce means how electronically we can commerce the goods and services. And the commerce meaning is exchange or buying and selling of goods and services. So whenever we exchange the goods and services from one person to another, that is known as the commerce. And when I add e-commerce or e to the commerce, so whenever I do the commerce, whenever I do the exchange of goods and services with the help of internet, with the help of online, so that is known as the e-commerce, that is electronic commerce. So the full form of e-commerce is electronic commerce, means using the internet we can buy or sell the goods and services, that is known as the e-commerce. So this is the e-commerce. You are sitting at your home, you can send the document, you can buy the product, you can sell the product, old furniture, old goods. This is your home, this is your online tickets. This says e-commerce refers to the business transactions made over the internet, such as buying and selling items online. As I told you, whenever you want to buy and sell the items that are sent over online, that is known as the e-commerce. So e-commerce refers to the business transactions made over the internet, such as buying and selling the items online. Next example is purchasing museum online tickets. How to use the e-commerce? This is the example. First of all, first step is access the museum website. First of all, go to the museum's website, create a new account. Step 2 is creating a new account. Step 3 says select the date and the number of tickets that you want to purchase. Means first of all, select the date on which you want to purchase the ticket and the number of tickets, means how many numbers or how many tickets are used or you want for purchasing. So first one is accessing the website, create a new account, select the date and the number of tickets. Step 4 is provide your credit card details along with the shipping address. Means how to provide the different categories or how to provide different credit card details along with the shipping category. Then step 5 is, this is wrong written, step 4, and then step 5, record your transaction code that you can use for any further queries related to this purchase. Means you can record your transaction as per your requirement and you can further querying the transaction related to their purchase. Next, using browser plugins. Now there is another concept that is known as the browser plugin. This says a web page may contain content in the form of animation, video or audio files. Means whenever we are using the web page, it may contain the audio, it may contain the animation or it may contain the video files. To view these files, you need additional program that is known as the plugins. So this says if a page contains only text, so there is no requirement for the plugins. But if a web page contains some animation, some video, some audio, so that needs a plugin device or plugin program. Next is plugin provides edit functions by allowing the web browsers to access and run files that are included in web pages. So plugin provides additional functions, additional information by allowing the web pages or web browser to access and run the files that are included in the web pages. Then next point says some popular plugins are available with most of the web browsers. Means whenever automatically you opt for the web browser, then automatically the pop-up will appear for the popular plugins that are available with the web browsers. Then next one is certain plugins that you need to install or update to be able to view web pages with new features and new format. Means whenever you want to update and you have to update the things, then always automatically the new update or the new versions or the new plugin will be installed for the web pages with their new features and their file formats. Then how to using the browser plugin, how to download the plugins. Simply go to the address bar, go to any browser, go to the Mozilla, go to the Chrome or go to the Internet Explorer and go to the address bar, then type http://www.msn.com. Means I have to write the URL, that is http, that is hypertext transfer protocol. www means World Wide Web, MSN means the name of the site, and there is a .com, that is a commercial site. And then click on the go. Second point says on the left column of the MSN home page, click on the video. Then third point says click download Microsoft Windows Media Player. Means first of all go to the left column of the MSN home page and click on the video. Then click on the download Microsoft Windows Media Player. To download the plugin, click on the download now twice. Means you have to click on the download now twice times. Then next one is click on the run. Again click on the run and then click on the I accept. So these are the procedures how to download the plugin that is available in Microsoft or that is available in any web browser, that is Internet Explorer, Mozilla, Google Chrome. Now let's see in a practical way how to download the plugins. Simply go to this one. This is type the http://www.msn.com. Right. Click on the go. This is the go button or search button. I can search. This is the MSN. Then it says on the left corner of the MSN homepage, click on the video. This is left button, click on the video. Whenever I click on the video, there are multiple videos available. Click on the download Microsoft Media Player. There is a media player option. You can search. This is how we can download the media player. To download the plugin, click on the download now twice. If you want to download, click on this one. If you want to apply, this is the downloaded version. Then click on the run, then click on the I accept. So this is how we can download the figures. So this we can download the plugins that is available for any browser. Next is your practice step, that is your responsibility to do the task. First one says type www.google.ca into the address bar. Means first of all type this URL or this address into the address bar. www.google.ca is a Canadian version of the search engine. www.google.com will search US sites first. So this is different. This is Canadian. This is commercial. This will search for the US sites first. Hit the enter key or go on the toolbar. Means either you can use the enter key or you can use the go on the toolbar. You will see the Google web page. You will see the Google web page that is available for opening. After doing these two steps, then third one is click on the Google box. This is the Google box. You will see a flashing cursor. Type in the topic and then enter. This is the Google box. You can type and you can press enter. This is the practice step that you are supposed to do. So that's all. Thank you everyone. If you have any questions, then please type the questions and I will answer you. But before that, let's take a quick review what we have covered in the today's class. In the today's class, the main topic is basics of internet. There are two chapters in this topic. First one is what is the internet. Then second one is the www, that is World Wide Web. This is the main objective, means after you have completed the chapter number 1, you are able to define what is internet. Now, I think you are able to define what is internet. Internet is nothing but the collection of multiple networks. And the uses of internet: identify the different components that are required to connect to the internet, identify the features of the different types of network connections like dial-up, dedicated, explain the term bandwidth, means the capacity of the transmitted channel, the maximum speed of the channel. Then we have talked about what is internet. This is a diagram for the internet. We also talked about the internet, what is the usage of internet, how to connect to the internet. These are the devices that is used, that is needed whenever we are connected to the internet, like computing device, connection device, and the ISP. These are the communicating device, this is the connection device, and this is the ISP. These are the connection methods like physical, wireless. We can use the wireless methods as wireless fidelity, Wi-Fi, or access point. There are some common terms like internet, internet browser, Internet Explorer, that is Netscape, and Internet Explorer. This is a diagram for Netscape. For Internet Explorer, what is the website? What is a web page? Multiple links are available for web page. There is a home page. There is a different computer that have a different home page. Then what is a web address? What are the parts of a web address? This is an example for the web address, and this contains 4 parts. First one is http:// then www, then Google, then CA. These are the multiple options, or these are the multiple endings of the web page, web address, that is .com, .edu, .government, .net, .org. We can also specify the country code, that is .ca, .uk, .fr, .us, and .australia. Then we have also talked about how to search for the internet. Simply use the address bar, click on the Google, and then press the enter key. How to type the website address? Go to the address bar, click the delete key. Automatically the previous address will be deleted, and you will enter the new address, and click the press the enter key. How to search? You can use the search engine for searching the internet. Then there is a layout of a web page. Means what is the layout of the web page? How web page looks like? First one is your title bar, then is your menu bar, then toolbar, and then there is a address bar. These are the 4 bars available: title, menu, tool, address bar. Next is, what are the types of internet connection? There are 2 types. One is dedicated, then is dial-up internet connection. Then dial-up, there is a concept. We also talked about what is a bandwidth, what is the usage of bandwidth, how we can use the bandwidth, how we can measure the bandwidth. Then we also talked about what is the actual rate that is depend on the bandwidth, that is ISP, type of internet connection, number of people using the same connection at one time. These are the multiple bandwidth connections options. Dial-up have a bandwidth of 56.6, DSL, cable modem, wireless technology. Then we also covered chapter number 2, that is www, World Wide Web. This is the objective, means after learning this chapter you are able to understand, you are able to give the answers to these questions, these topics. We have also talked about what is internet, what is www, that is World Wide Web or the web. What is internet, what is a web, what are the web components like web browser, web page, website, protocols, URL. These are the multiple parts: HTTP, www, Microsoft, com, and learning/default. Active server pages, that is ASP. These are the suffix .com, edu, net, org, info, and museum. This is how we can work with Internet Explorer. Then we also talked about what is the e-commerce, means how to do the purchasing or buying or selling over the internet. That is the e-commerce. These are the multiple steps. Example, how to use the e-commerce site. Then we also talked about what is the browser plugin that is required when we are using the web page that contains the animation, audio or video files. Then next is how to use the browser plugins, means how to download the plugins that is available for animation, how to download that. These are the multiple steps that we will follow, how to download the plugins. Then there is a practice question for you. So that's all. Thank you so much. If you have any doubts, then please clear the doubt or text the doubt and I will answer you. So that's all for today's session. Thank you very much.